Good morning, children. In today's class, we will learn double displacement reaction. Then what is double displacement reaction? The reaction in which there is exchange of ions between the reactants is called double displacement reaction. Okay. The reaction in which there is a exchange of ions between the reactants is called double displacement reaction. Now we will see examples for the double displacement reaction. Okay. Now in one test tube we will take sodium sulfate solution. Sodium sulfate solution. In another test tube we will take barium chloride solution. When these two solutions, sodium sulfate solution, barium chloride solution, are mixed, we will get barium sulfate solid and sodium chloride solution. Okay. See here, when sodium sulfate solution is mixed with the barium chloride solution, we will get barium sulfate solid. Okay, here this solid is separated. This solid is nothing. It is barium sulfate. Here precipitate is formed. White colored precipitate. White color precipitate is formed. Okay. And above this precipitate we'll see clear solution. It is of sodium chloride solution. Now we will write the chemical equation for this reaction. See here, chemical formula of the sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. Okay. See here we have taken sodium sulfate solution. So I will write aqueous within the bracket. This reacts with the barium chloride. Chemical formula of barium chloride is BaCl2. Again it is a solution, therefore I will write AQ inside the bracket. When these two reacts, we will get barium sulfate. Okay, since barium sulfate is white precipitate, okay, this barium sulfate, it is a solid and it is separated when these two reactants are mixed. So here I am writing S inside the bracket and here we'll get sodium chloride solution. Okay. So this is the chemical equation for this reaction. Okay. See here this sodium and we can also see here in sodium sulfate solution, sodium is present in the form of sodium ion, that is Na plus, and this sulfate is present in the form of SO4 2 minus. Similarly, this barium chloride, okay, it is present in the form of Ba plus 2, and this chlorine, here 2 chlorine atoms are there, so 2 Cl minus, okay, they are present in ionic form, okay. So see here, this sodium combines with this chlorine when these two reactants are mixed, okay. So this chlorine, okay, this chlorine will displace this barium, and this sodium combines with this chlorine and it will form sodium chloride, okay. Similarly, see here, when the sodium will displace this barium, sodium combines with chlorine and it will form the sodium chloride. Next, this barium will combine with this sulfate, okay. This barium will combine with this sulfate and it will form barium sulfate. So see here between these two compounds, okay, between these two reactants, ions are exchanging, okay. This ion moves here and this Cl minus ion will move here, okay. Here there is a exchange of ions between the reactants. Therefore, it is an example for the double displacement reaction, okay. There are 3 types of double displacement. There are 3 types of double displacement reaction. Okay. First one is precipitation reaction. Second one is gas formation reaction. And third one is neutralization. Neutralization reaction. Okay, let us see one by one. First one, that is precipitation reaction. Okay, children, remember the activity 2. Okay, in activity 2, lead nitrate, okay, lead nitrate solution is mixed with the potassium iodide solution. Okay, lead nitrate solution is mixed with the potassium iodide solution. So on mixing, we'll get yellow precipitate of lead iodide and potassium nitrate solution. Okay, this lead iodide is yellow precipitate. This lead iodide solid is separated when this lead nitrate and potassium iodide mixed. So we'll get yellow solid. Okay, this solid is separated when these two reactants are mixed, and above this solid we'll observe a clear solution of this potassium nitrate. Okay, again here also see this lead will displace this potassium. Okay, this lead will displace this potassium. So this potassium is displaced, so this lead combines with this iodine and it will form lead iodide. Okay, same way this potassium combines with this nitrate and here potassium nitrate is formed. Okay, in solution actually this lead nitrate, it exists in the form of ions Pb plus 2, this one here 2 NO3 ions are there, therefore 2 NO3 minus. Okay, this potassium iodide here 2 moles of potassium iodide is there, therefore when it undergoes ionization or when it breaks, it forms 2K plus and 2I minus. Okay, now this lead will displace this potassium. So on displacing this potassium, this lead will occupy this place and it combines with this iodide ion. So it will form lead iodide. Okay, it is yellow precipitate. Okay, it is a yellow solid. Next, this potassium will combine with this nitrate. Okay, and they will form potassium nitrate solution. So see here ions. Okay, here ions are exchanged between these two reactants. Therefore, it is an example for the double displacement reaction. Since in this reaction precipitate is formed, therefore it is an example for the precipitation double displacement reaction. Okay. Now we will study second type of double displacement reaction, that is gas formation reaction. Okay, a double displacement reaction should occur if an insoluble gas is formed. Okay, double displacement reaction should occur if an insoluble gas is formed. See here, this is H2CO3. This is nothing, it is carbonic acid. When it undergoes double displacement reaction, okay, it forms carbon dioxide gas. Okay, this carbonic acid, actually we drink cold drinks. Okay, if you consider soda consists of carbonic acid. When you shake the bottle and you open it, you will observe that carbon dioxide gas is coming out of that bottle. Okay, so here this soda consists of carbonic acid. Okay, here carbon dioxide gas is released. Okay, this carbon dioxide gas is fizzing out of the bottle. Next type is neutralization reaction. Okay, it is a double displacement reaction. Okay, here reaction takes place between acid and base. Okay, to give salt and water. Okay, here acid reacts with the base to give salt and water. We will take HCl, hydrochloric acid, for as an example for acid, and we will take sodium hydroxide example for the base. Okay, This is strong acid and this is strong base. So they react and they will form sodium chloride, salt and water. Okay, see here, this is aqueous, this is aqueous, this is also aqueous, and this is liquid. Okay, see here, this hydrochloric acid in solution, it exists as H plus and Cl minus. Okay, in the form of ions they will exist. Okay, here also in solution this sodium hydroxide exists in the form of ions, that is Na plus and OH minus ions. Okay, this sodium hydroxide, okay, is replaced by this hydrogen. Okay, this hydrogen will replace this sodium hydroxide. As a result, this hydrogen will combine with this OH minus. This H plus ion will combine with this OH minus ion and they will form water. Okay, so this sodium ion will combine with this chloride ion. Okay, so this will combine with this chloride ion. This salt is formed, that is sodium chloride salt is formed. Okay, this is our the double displacement reaction. Okay, we have studied the definition of double displacement reaction, example, and also we have studied the types of double displacement reactions and their examples. Next we will see oxidation and reduction reaction. Okay, this is the last type of chemical reaction. Oxidation and reduction reaction. Okay, so see here, if any substance gains, or just we can say gain of oxygen or loss of hydrogen, is said to be oxidation. Okay, the process of gain of oxygen or loss of hydrogen is said to be oxidation. If loss of oxygen or gain of, not right and not or, and gain of hydrogen is reduction. Okay, if any substance gains oxygen and if it loses the hydrogen, then that kind of reaction is said to be oxidation reaction. If any substance, if it loses oxygen and if it gains hydrogen, then such kind of reaction is known as reduction reaction. Okay, this is the definition of oxidation and reduction in terms of gain or loss of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, and so we will see another way of defining the oxidation and reduction. Okay, in terms of gain or loss of electrons, we can also define the oxidation and reduction. Okay, first we will take oxidation. Okay, in terms of gain or loss of electrons, okay, if any substance, if it gains electrons, if it loses electrons or loss of electron is said to be oxidation. If any substance it loses electron, then it is said to be oxidation. If any substance gains electron, gain of electron is said to be reduction reaction. Okay, actually this is not there for your syllabus. Actually in your textbook they have defined the oxidation and reduction in terms of gain or loss of hydrogen and oxidation. Okay, next we will see examples. Okay, copper reacts with the oxygen and it forms copper oxide or cupric oxide. Cupric oxide. Okay, and we will see one more. Sulfur dioxide reacts with the oxygen and it will form sulfur trioxide. Okay, next, calcium reacts with the oxygen to form calcium oxide. Lead sulfide. This is lead sulfide. It reacts with oxygen and it forms lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. Okay, if you observe all these reactions, here copper is gaining oxygen, therefore this copper undergoes oxidation. And so here, see here, this sulfur dioxide reacts with the oxygen and it forms the sulfur trioxide. See here, here 2 is there. After reaction here it becomes 3. So sulfur dioxide is converted into sulfur trioxide. So here this sulfur dioxide is undergoing oxidation. Okay, since it is gaining the oxygen, therefore this substance is undergoing oxidation. Similarly, see here, this calcium, it gains oxygen and it is converted into calcium oxide. Here also this calcium undergoes oxidation. This lead sulfide, okay, it also gains this oxygen and it is converted into lead sulfate. Sulfide is converted into sulfate. Okay, all these examples are all these reactions are examples for the oxidation reaction, because in all the cases oxygen is gained. Okay, now we will see some more examples. Chlorine reacts with the hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide, and it forms 2HCl and sulfur. Okay, next we will see oxygen reacts with the hydrogen gas. Oxygen gas reacts with the hydrogen gas to form the next we will see, this is ethylene. It reacts with hydrogen gas, or hydrogen is added to the ethylene. So ethylene is a alkene. Okay, here double bond is present between the 2 carbon atoms. Okay, this ethylene is converted into ethene. Ethene is an alkane. Okay, here between carbon atoms single bond is present. Okay, double bond is converted into single bond on the addition of this hydrogen. Okay, now see here, first one, this chlorine reacts with the hydrogen sulfide. Okay, this chlorine gains this hydrogen. So according to definition, gain of hydrogen. Okay, gain of hydrogen is an example for the reduction. Gain of hydrogen is reduction. So this chlorine gains this hydrogen atoms and it is converted into hydrochloric acid. Okay. Next we will see this oxygen reacts with the hydrogen gas and it forms water. Here also this oxygen will gain these hydrogens. Okay. Again, gain of hydrogen is reduction. Okay. See here, this ethylene, it is a alkene. Okay. Here, in between the two carbon atoms, there is a double bond. When hydrogen is added to this alkene is converted into alkane. That is double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond is converted into carbon-carbon single bond. So here hydrogen is added. This molecule ethylene gains 2 hydrogen atoms and it is converted into ethene. Therefore, all these three examples, all these three chemical reactions are examples for reduction reaction. Okay. Now we will see in these two examples we observe that here in all the cases only oxidation takes place. In all these examples only reduction takes place. Now let us see some examples in which we observe both oxidation as well as reduction. Okay. The reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Such reactions are known as redox reaction. Redox reaction. The reaction in which both the reaction in which one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced during a reaction is called oxidation reduction reaction or redox reaction. Okay. The reaction in which one reactant gets oxidized while the other gets reduced during a reaction is called oxidation reduction reaction or redox reaction. We can also define redox reaction like this. The reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is known as redox reaction. Let us see examples for redox reaction. This is cupric oxide. This reacts with the hydrogen gas and it forms copper plus water. Okay. See here. See here, this is cupric oxide. Okay, this cupric oxide, this copper will lose this oxygen. Okay, this copper will lose this oxygen. As a result, this cupric oxide is converted into copper. Therefore, this cupric oxide is undergoing oxidation. Okay, and this hydrogen will gain the oxygen which is lost by this copper. Okay, this hydrogen will gain this oxygen which is lost by this copper, and by gaining the oxygen, this hydrogen is converted into water and this hydrogen is undergoing oxidation. Actually, sorry, this is not oxidation. since this cupric oxide, okay, here oxygen is lost, okay, therefore this cupric oxide undergoes reduction, not oxidation, reduction, because here we know that loss of oxygen is reduction and gain of oxygen is oxidation, or gain of hydrogen is reduction or loss of hydrogen is oxidation. Okay, see here this cupric oxide is losing oxygen, therefore this is undergoing reduction. Cupric oxide is converted into copper and this hydrogen, okay, it gains the oxygen which is lost by this compound and it is converted into water. Okay, so this is one example. We'll see some more examples. Zinc oxide. Zinc oxide react with the carbon and we'll get zinc and carbon monoxide. Okay, carbon monoxide. So this zinc loses oxygen, therefore this zinc oxide loses oxygen and it undergoes reduction. Okay, this carbon gains the oxygen lost by this zinc oxide and it is converted into carbon monoxide. So this carbon is undergoing oxidation. Okay, next we will see manganese dioxide. Manganese dioxide reacts with the hydrochloric acid. This is manganese chloride, 2H2O and chlorine gas. Okay, see here this manganese oxide is converted into manganese chloride. Okay, this manganese oxide, okay, here this manganese loses these two oxygen atoms, therefore since it is losing the oxygen atoms, this is undergoing, this manganese dioxide is undergoing reduction. Okay, and this is, okay, this hydrochloric acid, okay, it is losing, this hydrochloric acid is losing hydrogen. Okay, it is losing hydrogen. This on losing hydrogen, this HCl is converted into chlorine. Okay, so what happens here? Oxidation takes place. Okay, hydrogen is lost in the form of 4H plus ions and this oxygen. Okay, this 4 hydrogen ions and these 2 oxygen will combine and they will form the water. Okay, and this here 4 chlorine atoms are there. Among 4 chlorine atoms, 2 will combine with this manganese and 2 will eliminate in the form of chlorine gas. Okay, this is all about the redox reaction. Okay, so far we have learnt about the double displacement reaction and the types and oxidation reduction reaction. Also we have learnt the redox reactions and examples. In next class we will study the oxidation in daily life. Okay, it involves corrosion of metals and rancidity, and also we will learn method to prevent this corrosion and rancidity. Okay.